Imagine this. You are living a normal day in your life. Maybe you're out with friends, eating your family's home cooked meals, or spending time with your girlfriend. When next wake up, you are suddenly thrust into a strange new world, trying to bite five strangers on a rapidly sinking boat in the middle of a storm. For Natsu Izuma, this is her new reality. Humanity has perished, and all that remains of the Japanese population are five group of men and women who were chosen to be sent to the future in hopes of continuing mankind's existence, while every other person chosen has a useful talent such as martial arts, knowledge, or architecture. Natsu is a shy high school girl who cannot even raise her voice to shout. The new world is dangerous beyond imagination. Although Natsu seems to lack helpful skills, she must go with the others, making their way to the seven Fujis in order to survive. This anime has about 12 episodes, premiered June 28, 2019, and only based off a popular manga series. Does have a second season. It is adventure, drama, mystery, romance, and sci-fi. Theme of psychological survival and time travel. Demographic is shoujin. Each episode is 25 minutes per episode. Is rated R plus for mild nudity. Let's get started into the review. What I really like about 7C, it's just like the building block, because we have a big cast to unfold, and each time we go to one group, we're going to another group. I think you see here, this is the first group. The other screen was the next screen you see with the second group. But basically, we're following two groups of survivors on this island that no one seems to know how they got there. And also, there is a second season, but in this one, this mainly focuses on the storytelling and how all these eccentric characters got to where they be, and the origin of how they went to their world, to a most post-apocalyptic island where no one is extraordinary. They don't have any superpowers. They don't triumph over the evil of the bonds of friendship. It's basically a tale of survival and the tension that comes with a group when there's different age ranges of survival levels, especially however experience, especially in this group in general. There are the two groups that we follow overall follow their need-based survivals and how they survive in this wilderness that they are basically thrown into. The animation, the pacing, and the sounds are fairly average, and nothing too much extra that stood out to me. I think the first season will just be the building blocks of this anime, while the second season focus more on character development. Overall, the anime was pretty good. It was showing all the characters, because it really is a pretty big cast, and it's kind of intriguing how they cover almost everybody. And you follow bits and pieces of how these people woke up, how they got on this island, versus the other group, how they got on their island. And basically, it's to see in the next season if these two groups meet up with each other, because some of them are related in some way, or one way or the other, they're related to each other, and their paths were cross aligned. I think also seeing how how the one girl is a high school student, and she doesn't seem that she can bring much to the table, but as she progresses with each of the episodes, she learns to eventually come out of her shell, because she needs to survive. If she doesn't, she will die on this island. And, contribute to her group. And what I like about that is you see her grow as a character. Even though not much time is spent on her, I think it's very important as a whole that, we see all these characters starting to trust each other and say survival, because you need to trust your teammates in order to survive in this perilous jungle that they are basically thrown into. And what I like about it, though, each time we have the spotlight on these big group of cast of characters, we see how they contribute to the group, what's their personalities, what their kinks, what's their motivation, and hopefully see both of them off this island eventually. But as we devolve the first season to the second season, we'll see that shift in dynamic in the groups as the numbers may dwindle or they may not. And, as they discover more of their truth of how they got to the island in the first place, since they seem to have no recollection or memory how they got to this island in the first place, and just the survival of the fittest and a habit of unfriendly creatures that do want to do more harm to them than good. And since everything on here looks remind me of Jumanji, with the flying to the plant, eating plants, and these tigers and other creatures that came out of the woodworks, I say this group has a whole lot of tests ahead of them. But I can't wait to see how season 2 will delve more into their character backgrounds and their development, to see if any of these big cast of characters grow even more from once how they first started on this island. Hope they can reunite with loved ones that they've been separated with, or be able to turn back to their world. But only time will tell. In this first episode, then turn into the second season. But we just have to wait and see. But definitely check out 7 seasons if you haven't seen already. And I'll see you real soon for another anime review. But until then, bye.